going on, everybody? Afflicted Gamer here. Welcome back to another Division video. It's Friday. It's time for the weekly vendor reset. You know what that means. I'm going to go from place to place, easy checkpoint to checkpoint, to find out what the best items are for sale this week in the Division to save you guys the time and the trouble. So, if the video is helpful, drop a like on it. It's much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division content. And of course, when it gets here, the Division 2. Friendly reminder, double check the blueprints vendor down here in the terminal and the one at Camp Clinton, because if you do own one 256 blueprint, it does go across all of your characters. And other than an electronics mask, it looks like I do own everything else. Okay, our exotics for the week in the terminal. Cassidy's not that great. Now, for anybody new to the vendor reset, if the rolls on the item are good, but the score is low, unless it's terribly low, I will still recommend the item and just tell you to optimize it with Division Tech. The Historian, if you're desperate, if you need one for your shield, if you haven't completed it yet, I would say get this one because it does have Unforgiving on it. You could reroll Proficient for something else, 155% headshot damage, but the score is really, really low, and you would have to dump a lot of div tech into that. So I would say pick it up only if you absolutely have to. Liberator, 21% enemy armor damage with Deadly, Predatory, and Adept. Perfect for PvE. You could leave that as is or reroll it however you wish. And then, of course, optimize it. And then the same thing for the Pecan. 21% damage to targets out of cover with Accurate, Destructive, and Pecan. Reroll Accurate for something like Unforgiving, Responsive, Deadly, whatever your choice is. Go ahead and you could use that as well. Other than that, down here there is a Vigorous chestplate, 1180 stamina, which you can reroll into the electronic slot. This goes great with a skill build, over 15,000 health, 7% skill haste, 52% ammo capacity in the minor. Optimize it and you have yourself a really good Vigorous chestplate. Other than that, I believe that was everything that I did quickly see down here. Yes, apparently it was. Alright, so let's move on, and as per usual, hope that we have a good week. At the Dark Zone gear vendor here in the base of operations, he does have one item for sale. Prototype Performance Mod, 2% pulse critical hit damage. 2% is a max roll, so if you want to stack your crit chance and crit damage on your build, then I would pick a few of these up.
I was hoping to make a sale.
Alright, your next stop will be at Camp Clinton. Once again, don't forget to double check the blueprints vendor to see if there's something that is available that I already own but can't see. Okay, and then the exotics over here. The Liberator is not too bad for a skill build. 22% enemy armor damage with Determined, Talented, and Responsive. You could actually just leave that as is and optimize it, or roll it if you wish. And if we scroll on down, the score is pretty low, but if you do want a good Infantry MG5 and you don't mind optimizing it, pick this one up. 20% damage targets out of cover with Unforgiving, Vicious, and Ferocious. Perfect for PvE. You could even reroll it if you wanted to, but either way, it is good to go. And then all the way down at the bottom of the list, we have an extended mag, 121% mag size, which is almost a max roll. I think it's 121.5%. 2.5% crit hit chance and 4% crit hit damage. So pick a few of these up if you don't have ones that are better.
Don't worry, it happens.
Alright, and now making our way into the Dark Zone. Unbelievably, that was everything for sale in the Light Zone. So your first stop is at West 39th Street. And there are a couple items here. The first one I'm a little bit on the fence about, the LVOA-C 20% enemy armor damage with Competent, Fierce, and Determined. You could reroll Fierce for something else and lean more towards a skill build with this, and again optimize it because the score is very, very low. And then we do have a pretty good stamina mod here, 265 stamina with over 3,000 skill power. So, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit here, but definitely pick this up if you don't already have some.
Come back when you're feeling up.
Next up will be the DZ03 Safe Room. There is one item for sale here. Again, I'm on the fence with this a little bit. Model 700 Carbon, but 171% headshot damage. That's a max roll. That's crazy. Destructive, Talented, which you can reroll for something else, and if you don't mind Elevated, then definitely pick this up with a score of 282. Elevated is the only reason why I was on the fence with this, because I just don't find that talent to be that useful, but the headshot damage, Destructive, getting rid of Talented, the score, all of the rest of this makes this good if you don't already have a better Model 700 Carbon.
Sooner or later, you'll be back.
Alright, over on the east side of town at East 46th Street, there is one item for sale here. For those of you that are running the D3 FNC build, 7.5% Ballistic Shield Health Prototype Performance Mod, definitely grab a couple of these and put them on your build if you haven't already.
What, you think you don't need this?
Alright, and the final stop of the week is at East 58th Street. There are a couple items for sale here. For those of you that like to run a Hexo build or may want to give one a try, there is a Reckless chestplate for sale here. 1265 firearms, over 15,000 health, 8% skill haste, which you can keep or reroll if you want to, and then ammo capacity in the minor. Optimize it and you are good to go. Then for skill builds, a Relentless backpack, 1126 electronics, 8% crit damage, which you can reroll for skill power, and then again, ammo capacity in the minor. Optimize it, and you have yourself a really good backpack for skill builds. So, anyways, that was everything that we had for sale this week in the division. Sadly, there wasn't a whole lot, but there were a few decent items despite the fact that the score was low. We had some pretty good talents and some decent setups, things that you could make work. And if there was anything for sale at one of the vendors, you know, at the terminal or at Camp Clinton, if there was a blueprint for sale that I already owned but couldn't see, leave it in the comments for others. But anyways, guys, I am out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Again, drop a like on the video if it was helpful. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at AfflictedGamer, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video or in the next live stream.
Hostiles moving out of proximity.